Did you know that 90% of engine wear happens during startup? That's right. Those first few seconds when you start your car could be silently damaging your engine without you even realizing it. Are you making mistakes that could shorten your car's lifespan or lead to expensive repairs? Today, we're diving into the most common mistakes people make when starting their cars, and what you should be doing instead to keep your engine running smoothly for years. Stick around. These simple tips could save you thousands in repairs. Number 1. Don't crank the starter too long. One of the most common mistakes drivers make is holding the key in the start position too long. It might seem harmless, but it can turn into a costly issue. Your car's starter motor is built for short bursts, 10 to 15 seconds max. Cranking it too long can overheat the starter, strain its internal parts, and drain your battery. Do this too often, and you could end up needing a replacement, an expensive fix. What should you do instead? If your car doesn't start after 5 to 10 seconds, stop and wait 30 seconds to a minute before trying again. This lets the starter cool off. If it still won't start, it's time to check for issues like fuel delivery, spark plugs, or a weak battery. Endless cranking won't help. It'll only make things worse. Number 2, don't use a weak or poorly charged battery. Starting your car with a weak battery might not seem like a big deal, but it is. A low battery struggles to supply enough voltage to the starter, leading to sluggish or failed starts. Even worse, voltage drops can harm sensitive electronics like your ECU, sensors, or infotainment system. How to avoid this? Check your battery regularly with a multimeter. A healthy battery should read between 12.4 and 12.6 volts when off, and 13.7 to 14.7 volts while running. If it's consistently low, recharge or replace it, especially if it's more than 3 to 5 years old. Look out for signs like dim headlights or slow cranking. Keeping a healthy, fully charged battery helps your car start reliably and protects the rest of the electrical system. Number 3. Avoid starting with the hood open. Starting your car with the hood open might seem harmless during inspection, but it can be risky. Moving parts like belts and pulleys are exposed, increasing the chance of injury or damage. Loose tools or debris can also get caught and become dangerous. And if you forget to put the car in park or neutral before starting, that can lead to unexpected movement. If you must start the car with the hood up, make sure the engine bay is clear of tools, rags, or debris. Confirm the car is in park, or neutral for manuals, and engage the parking brake. Starting a car on a steep slope without prepping properly can really stress your engine and drivetrain. Or, honestly, it might even stop your car from starting at all. When parked on an incline, gravity can pull fuel away from the pump, especially in older cars or when the tank's low. That means hard starts or uneven engine performance. So what should you do? Always engage the parking brake. If your fuel tank is below a quarter, you should refuel first. For manuals, hold the clutch and brake firmly and be ready with the gas. For automatics, hold the brake and slowly release the parking brake as you shift into gear. Fluids like engine oil coolant and transmission fluid are just vital for keeping your car running right. Low oil levels can mean metal-on-metal friction overheating or even some serious engine damage. Low coolant can cause overheating, cracked blocks, or blown gaskets. To avoid all that, do a quick fluid check before long trips, or if the car's been sitting for a while. Use the dipstick for oil. Look for a clean amber color and the proper level. Check coolant levels and make sure it's clean. Oh, and don't forget brake and transmission fluids too. A few minutes of checking can save you hours of frustration and thousands in repair bills. Cold or hot weather can be brutal on your car if you don't prep first. In freezing temps, oil thickens and circulation slows, increasing engine wear. In hot weather, your battery and cooling system are under pressure. For cold weather, here's what you can do. Use a block heater if you park outside overnight. Make sure your battery is rated for cold cranking amps and fully charged. For hot weather, park in the shade, use sunshades, and check coolant levels. Let the car idle for about 30 seconds after starting to stabilize all systems. So, strange sounds during startup, like clicking, grinding, or even whining, are really your car's way of saying something's wrong. Dashboard warning lights for battery, oil pressure, or the check engine light, they're just as important. Seriously, don't ignore them. A clicking sound? Well, check the battery. Grinding? That could be the starter. Whining? Possibly the alternator. If you see warning lights, check the manual and address them as soon as possible. Sometimes it's better to just hold off on driving until a professional checks it out. That serpentine belt under your hood powers critical systems like your alternator, power steering, and AC. If it's cracked, frayed, or loose, it could snap or slip, leading to engine overheating or even loss of power steering. So check the belt visually before starting, especially if it hasn't been replaced in a while. Look for cracks or shiny glazed areas. It should have the right tension, not too loose or too tight. Most belts last between 60,000 and 100,000 miles, but always check if you hear squealing or spot any wear. If you drive an older car, especially one from before the 2000s, you really shouldn't just start it and drive off. Older cars often have carburetors that need a little time to mix fuel and air properly. So, start it up and let it idle for 30 seconds to a minute before you get going. This helps the engine reach a stable temperature and gives the oil time to circulate. Don't rev the engine while it's cold. Just wait until it's running smoothly. This small step helps extend your older vehicle's life and keeps it running strong. Spark plugs ignite the fuel-air mixture in your engine. If they're worn, you'll get misfires, rough starts, or honestly sometimes no start at all. Over time, this affects performance, increases emissions, and can even damage the engine. So, you want to inspect and replace them as recommended, usually every 30,000 to 100,000 miles. Look for black soot or worn electrodes. If your car idles rough, accelerates slowly, or struggles to start, check the plugs. Replacing spark plugs is affordable and can really give your car's performance a noticeable boost. Leaks, oil, coolant, or fuel can be a sign of serious problems like a cracked gasket or a bad fuel line. And, fuel leaks are a real fire hazard. Take a quick look around your car before starting. Spot a puddle? Check what kind of fluid it is. Smell something off, like burnt rubber or fuel. Investigate right away. A quick check can prevent major damage or safety risks, so it's definitely worth the few seconds. Trying to start a car that's been idle for months without a checkup is, well, asking for trouble. Fluids degrade, seals dry out, and fuel can go bad. Batteries drain and connections corrode. Before starting, check the oil, coolant, and fuel. If the fuel's over 6 months old, consider replacing it or using a stabilizer. Test and recharge or replace the battery. Inspect the tires and look under the hood for pests or chewed wires. Once everything checks out, start the car and let it idle for a few minutes. Listen for any unusual sounds and watch for warning lights. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Keeping your car healthy starts with simple habits, and it's never too late to start doing them right.